Hey guys, welcome to Democracy 4, my new game. Anyways, as one of the commentors, aka Barbara, aka my editor, aka one of the few people to comment on the video list, today we'll be playing as New Zealand and fixing it. The Radical Reform Party. Not gonna touch any of that stuff. We're going to change ministers, and let's figure out what we're going to do. I think... You know what, I had a practice game where we were pro-socialist, and that was the easiest game I've ever played. So, we're not going to go the socialist route. We are going to go the capitalist route. The conservative capitalist route. So, let's get conservative parents, commuter parents, environmentalist, middle income, that's pretty easy. Commuter, middle income. Parents and commuter. Commuter, middle income. And I was hoping for one more middle income, but we only have liberals. And we don't want liberals. Or socialists. So we're going to have to do a... youth commuter, because youth are kind of happy to make happy also. So, we have a lot of work to do. Let's figure out what we gotta do first. Security effectiveness is poor. We have a lot of crime. Strikes across the board. And all because of these socialists and trade unionists. We plan to make the perfect capitalist nation. Alright, let's see what we got. So let's start by making the conservatives more happy, because they're very not happy and very affecting of the people we like. Middle income is also important to get up, but we can work on that later, and parents are very unhappy because of these three things. All can be fixed with time, but let's first start with the basics. Get rid of bad work. Community policing, we're going to increase community policing. We'll increase that, and we will also increase our spy network. And that's all we're going to do for our first line. Violent video games, add warning labels. Parents are happy, the youth are slightly less happy, but that's acceptable. A general strike? Yikes. Okay. In order to crack down on this, we will be lowering labor laws. We're going into here. We'll also be adding police training in order to more heavily crack down on more crime. And a commutative... Commuters will be very much happy, commuter membership will go down, car usage go down, parents and trade unionists get happy, productivity and telecoms industry goes up. All things which are very useful to our efforts, if you will. Anything else we can do? Not at the moment, but with antisocial behavior going down, we might be able to get our crime under management. We will also be dealing with this at a later date, because we don't have the power to do that. Internet crime shall be going down, and once we get rid of the crime and organized crime, that'll go away too. with that decreasing, that should be able to help us out with the doctor's strike at least. Hospital overcrowding would need to be dealt with, all which will be dealt with at a later date. We will contribute to the space cleanup, so make life a little bit easier for us. GDP is down, unemployment's going up. Not looking too good at the moment, but we'll be fine. We need to get rid of these two things. How about vigilante mobs? How are y'all doing? Okay, we're going to be losing the vigilante mobs here soon. Conservatives and state employees would like that very much if we increase that. So we are going to increase that by a lot. Then we're going to go into taxes. We are going to implement an automation tax of about 2,500. Yes, it makes capitalists unhappy, but don't worry, we have a plan to deal with that by also introducing a robotics research grant. We will have it right about there. That'll keep our automation from going too far down, and will also lead to the liberals are unhappy. That is fine. Our debt budget is looking a bit better, and we're not losing as much money as we were. Always good, always good. Let's see what else is to fix. Thanks to our efforts, organized crime is beginning to fall to manageable levels. Antisocial behavior is going down, and we will also be vastly lowering gambling. That should extremely help out with our organized crime issue. Crime is beginning to fall, and alcohol abuse is beginning to fall. Nice! Competitive economy is starting to fall. Corporate exodus is still up there, but we will fix that with a later date. Alright, let's take a look at any more of this stuff, see if we can do anything. Welfare fraud department will make the middle incomers a lot happier, and also the conservatives, so it's a win-win. With this, we'll be increasing by 7, so we'll be at 49. We will support the monarch, make the patriots and the conservatives happy. Crime is decreasing, which is good. We're only a little bit more in the hole in the budget area, but as with everything, it can be fixed with time. Still going down. This will take a little while for it to drop, but when it does, it will be good. Let's go into here. We could do import tariffs. It would help with unemployment and the uncompetitive economy. Let's see here. What else could we do? Could do that. Could do that. Because it makes the capitalists happy, we'll also be doing compulsory foreign language classes. Alright. Done everything we could in the last round, in the last term, so let's get started on this one. Well, quarter. We shall allow agencies to operate. Socialists and poor are unhappy, but capitalism is good. Crime is still very much going down, which is always a good thing. Media monopoly, we don't have to worry about that at the moment. We could begin trying to help the respiratory disease. I think now would be the time to do it. So we are going to massively increase that. That'll decrease it by a decent amount. CO2 emissions should be going down, which is lovely. We will also be increasing the minimum age to 21, which should further help reduce the alcohol problem. We'll make organized crime a bit more, but at this rate, we don't have to worry about that, as it will be gone within the next 2 terms. How about internet crime? Internet crime will begin to fall as the intelligence service picks up its effectiveness. Hospital overcrowding is not going down particularly, but with time it will. Reforestation is slightly helping with the respiratory problem, and the doctor strike is still ongoing. These guys have been very little affected, and the railway strikers are still striking. But, all in all, I'd say we are not bad at the moment. Let's get into the next turn. Uh-oh. Droughts. Not good. We shall view this policy. They want us to implement citizenship for sale. We shall allow. We shall put it to the wealthy. That would help with our health problem. And then we're going to need to do this just so that our food prices maintain a level of necessity. Food crisis. There it is. Yep. And luckily we managed to not fully correct it, but put it in the right direction. Organized crime has fallen. The local council recently demolished some old abandoned. People are angry and wish to have them moved. The council are unsure. They've intruded on local property. Conservatives are happy, poor and the liberals are unhappy. That is expected. General strike. Not good, not good. Because of this, we will be decreasing labor rights even more. We're temporarily enacting food stamps in order to ensure that people can continuously continue living. We shall also be implementing a land value tax in order to offset some of the spending for food. Wonderful. Crime, unemployment, and poverty are all going down. Critical of religion. In our society, religious leaders have described this site as blasphemy and demand that it be taken down. There have been violent protests outside government offices. You cannot give in to the demand of small groups of extremists demanding that we ban a website. You know it, there will be capitalists wanting to ban online archives of Karl Marx. Freedom to express people's views, even if those views are controversial, is basic freedoms of our society. Good. Dealt with. Let's take a look at our crime. Crime has shot down from 86 to 33 since the beginning of our term. Unemployment is on the slow decline, and poverty jumped up, but then fell right back down. And the internet crime is done with, which is wonderful. Alcohol law will be dealing a bit more with that, so if we're lucky, we should be out of... this should be over by the next 2 terms, and with that, it'll help the crime and health, which will begin to help with this. Then, as a final thing, we'll be good. This is our next priority, though, which luckily will be going away. The drought really hurt us there for a bit, but luckily, due to our efforts, the food crisis is under control. Which, if we ever get a surplus again, we will be dealing with the corporate exodus. If we decrease corporation tax, for a few terms, it would lead to the corporate exodus leaving us, and would definitely help with our uncompetitive economy. But we will save that for the next term. Actually, we have 8 terms remaining. We could do that now, couldn't we? We will do that later. For now, we will be doing other things like implementing import tariffs, and then also lowering corporation taxes by a bit more. We will then go to the next turn. Demand from donor. Let's check this out. Plastic tax. We can get behind this. We will leave it at about medium. National sports team. That's fine. New major party donor. Nice. GDP is going up. Crime's way down. Poverty's way down. See how much it shot down? It shot down a lot with food stamps. And the food crisis being over. We are now at an all-new time low for poverty. Crime has plummeted, which is awesome. Unemployment is going down also. All with our GDP. Health is slowly going up, which is always lovely. These ones look to be the hardest to get rid of. GDP is going up, which is always good. Lovely. We have shot down to 66 on uncompetitive economy. And corporate exodus is probably going to take a while before we feel anything from that. We shall be expanding CCTV cameras to cover up more and deal with what little crime is left. And that's all we're going to do for this turn. Wonderful. Alcohol abuse has subsided. Speed limits. We will not be changing the speed limits. Parents are happy, motorists are upset. Health has shot up, which is beautiful. Crime is still continuing to plummet. Always good. Unemployment is still going down. And our GDP is still increasing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And no important updates. Good. Our deficit seems to be going down. Let's check out our expenditures. We need to maintain state health service. We need to maintain that because it deals with our hospital overcrowding. This would make the... We are going to be implementing youth club subsidies this turn, as it will make parents and the youth both happy, and also deal a little bit more with the crime, which is becoming non-existent in our nation. We will be decreasing socialism by implementing an enterprise investment scheme. which will make everybody much happier, and also make self-employees happier and more membershiply. This hurts the GDP by a bit, but $300 million more dollars will be added into our pockets. Autonomy for indigenous nation. We shall integrate the indigenous. Racial tension goes up. Pride rates can go up. Ethnic minority membership goes down. Always good. Integration. We are down to a deficit of only 600 million. Lovely. Let's take a look at everything. Liberals are not too happy at the moment. The religious aren't happy at all at the moment. We'll also be ridding of school prayer to reduce the strain on that. We shall be maintaining faith fuel subsidies for the time being, but membership for these guys should be going down. That should make way for the capitalists. We shall be decreasing child care provisions for a further $400 million added back into our coffers. Public incidents is rooted in gender inequality and severe degrading. Interesting. Oh, bureaucracy. We have to deal with that immediately because that is something that I don't exactly know how to get rid of. So, let's deal with the minor issues. Like racial discrimination. We don't need those. Conservatives are happy, which means I'm happy. And it looks like the upcoming election is going to be coming up. Oh, looks like this person's getting upsetty. But that's fine. With a little bit more effort, the parents will be on our good side again. Why are all the reasons you guys are angry? Right, all the hospital and doctor strikes. We need to drop that by about 4%. Increased it by that much. How much would you increase by? Not enough. Hospital overcrowding is going down. Or we can deal with hospital overcrowding. Ooh, how about uncompetitive economy? Ooh, okay. Wonderful. They're going down. Corporate exodus is slowly falling. But this should fix our stagnating GDP. Also, we shall be implementing pandemic relief efforts funds, which should help with health, unemployment, population, and it makes everyone generally more happy, which is always good, always something we should be striving for. Capitalists would hate the organic farming subsidies, but it would make farmers and environmentalists happy. Very little reason for us to have this, so we are going to be deleting that. It's $15 million. It's not going to break the bank or anything if we get rid of it. This does not hurt us to have. How is our conservative population? Are we growing? We are growing. Nice. CTVs was the way to go. Well, the... going to be decreasing, and that's also going to be decreasing. So we should have a more conservative population here very soon. Environmentalists are very happy. Let's check out the railway strikes. We shall be going more in pro-employer, decreasing workers' rights even more. Should make the nation a bit better. Ooh, and competitive economy is gone. Refuse collection workers are on strike in a dispute over pay. The trash is starting to pile up. We shall support the unions on this one. Capitalists are unhappy, but socialists and trade unionists are happier. And the reason why we support them is because at the current time we need them for the next election poll. Let's see what else we can do in our limited time frame left. We'll also be implementing free tax preparation classes in order to make the parents and the youth just that tad bit happier, and just a little bit more help with our unemployment problem. And with this, we should finally have parents at a acceptable happiness level, which means that you will stop hating us. Middle income is still not the happiest, and will need to be dealt with, but parents are a more important area at the moment, as 3 of our people rely on these people for their... don't know how to describe it, but I'll say paychecks, because that's basically what it is. Alright, we shall be doing this as a speech. All in all, that should make things a little bit nicer for us. Ooh, we currently have 1 million members. Our party membership is the largest by a notable margin. Wonderful. Let's see what else there is to do. She'll be implementing cyberbullying awareness campaigns. The youth will be an important area, and the parents will like us even more for it. But on to more pressing matters, which is health. The Doctor strike seems to be averaging out. We won't be getting any lower. Hospital overcrowding, though. 3%. Respiratory disease. Which tobacco usage is a problem with that. We will be increasing the tobacco tax in order to deal with tobacco usage and possibly push respiratory diseases just that tad bit further. The nation is split in half whether to remain in a union with our trade neighbors. And markets are so entangled with the unions that leaving seems an impossible bureaucratic task. However, what leave means wasn't defined, so this may be an opportunity for a political land grab. Ooh. Alright. Uh-oh, we're going back up in bureaucracy again. And with being a surplus of that much, we shall be decreasing our corporation tax by a little bit more. Enforcement agency can be cancelled to deal with our bureaucracy problem. We'll leave gated communities for the moment. We'll be getting rid of our carpooling campaign. And because we've kind of sabotaged all of our relations with that, we'll be doing that and getting rid of that. We shall begin the election. Of the vote, we have won. Now, we've won the majority of every class. Let's check out the changes of the presidential term. Crime plummeted. Violent crime plummeted. Foreign investment up. Lifespan up. Stability up. Working week up. International trade down. Health up. Military strength up. CO2 emissions down. Planet up, alcohol down, productivity up by 22%. And let's just scroll through and see all of our benefits and what we've done good for this nation. As you can see, we've done a lot of good. And we have shifted ourselves from conservative capitalists down into a more liberal capitalist, but moving conservative. I like how you can see all the people's ideals movement over the year. They started all in the socialist, and they started moving. Then they started moving far liberal, moving down, and then massive jump in capitalism. Massive jump, massive jump, massive jump, massive jump, and now the majority of the people are more in the capitalist area than the socialist. All right, let's get into the next term. I don't think there's anybody we really need to replace at the moment. We will make no comment. Small surplus of $6 million. And crime is eliminated. We are one of the safest places on Earth right now. Poverty is there too. I know it's somewhere in here. Where is it? Global economy. There it is. Alright. Looks like we're at the bottom of the barrel for the economy, and it should be shooting up here with time. All right. How's corporate exodus? Exodus is about to be over. Wonderful. Doctor's strike is gonna be ending soon, hopefully. How about respiratory disease? How are you doing? You are starting to go up due to probable other causes. The environment's going down, at least. Let's take a look at this. Conservatism has been increasing at a reasonable pace, while liberalism has been falling. Good, good, good. Religion still needs to be dealt with. We will be implementing school tax credits. This should make our middle income area a bit more pleased. Private schools will be increased. Middle earnings, high earnings, and wealthy will also be happy, while only the poor and the socialites get upsetty about it. What we need is for these to go away. We want the strikes to go away. We shall also be implementing bicycle subsidies in order to give our health just that little bit of a boost. Corporate exodus has finally ended. Capitalism. Wonderful. Unemployment has dropped to 25%. Lovely. And our GDP is beginning to shoot up. Small budget deficit, not a horrible thing. Our health is increasing, though, which is good. Hospital overcrowding. What are you at? 43%. You're at 45%. Why are you going back up? We're going to do this as a temporary measure to deal with hospital overcrowding. We'll be spending a lot of money, but it'll be worth it in the end. Plastic tax also, which will give us a bit more currency. They will be dealt with in private. Alright, bureaucracy is becoming a problem again. We have a near $2 billion surplus. We will be using that to... That should be enough to push that down. Our doctors are done striking. Lovely. With that being done, health should shoot up and parents should be a bit more happier. Let's take a look at our parents real quick. Parents are becoming much happier and are becoming a large part of the people too. Nice. Conservatives are getting close to overtaking the liberals. Good. At 49%. We shall be doing that to deal with our religious membership a bit. Doctor's strike is finally done. Yes! Everything is working out. Health. Beautiful. We have the healthiest people in the world currently. And poverty is still going down. Stricter driving tests. Yes, we'll toughen up the tests. Motorists are unhappy. Parents are happier, though. The doctor strike being done. That being done also. We can also choose to decrease our income tax. That should make those people a bit happier. And increase our science funding. We have a $760 million budget deficit. Not the best, but nice. With decreasing income, seems like the middle class is starting to expand again, which is always good. Uh-oh. Look at these bad boys. Alright, how's hospital overcrowding? Yes, that's going away too. Nice. Respiratory disease is going up, but that's expected to a degree. The Capitalists? How interesting. Yes, we shall begin construction of the world's largest building in New Zealand, of course. Plastic bag tax. We are going to eliminate this because it does barely anything for us anymore. Alright. What's the policy? CO2 campaign, huh? Fine. We'll do the bare minimum for it. We also will be canceling human cloning research grants. All in all, though, I think we have borderline fixed everything. The middle incomers are happy and are growing, I believe, still. Oh no, they're starting to decrease again. Okay. Poor is slowly rising, that's fine. Poverty is acceptable management levels. We will not be implementing that. This might make the poor and the socialists upset, but middle earnings will shoot up. Middle income will love us a lot more. And maybe we can... We'll keep it roughly about there. Mortgage tax relief. Let's watch our middle income be a lot happier. Pass the law. A minor deficit budget. Our GDP is still going up. And also our middle income is membership. Shot up. While the poor's membership is, for the first time in a while, decreasing. Always good. And the poor are normally very supportive of us, so it's nice to see that going down. And the religious are actually getting happy again, which is good, I suppose. I suppose the final thing we could do is We'll pass the law. Why not? Ooh, conservatives are very unhappy at that. There we go. We are seen in the light as trustworthy again. We're implementing a cardboard tax. And be dealing with those pesky freedom of press. And we'll also be increasing tasers. Police drones will also have an expansion. Enough air. Darn it. What am I doing? Ooh, okay, that's not good. Environmentalists are extremely happy. Nobody likes this. So we have a surplus, so we are going to be getting rid of those. We're also going to be canceling this policy for the time being. Socialism? Get that out of here. We're not going to be doing that. Next up, we'll be getting rid of the... No! That's what I was scared of. We'll be banning fracking. This should... We're going to be getting rid of banned Sunday shopping. Let's take a look at this. Our security effectiveness is good. Always good. We'll be increasing our police drones also. Maybe we can get our security effectiveness up to great. Game hunting restrictions, we'll be canceling this policy. Gambling, canceling this policy. A gig economy. Yikes. Employers in proportions to salaries paid to employees. Easy to collect and hard to avoid, but can act as... Why would we deny singles the right to adopt? It's important that they adopt also. Our GDP is skyrocketing. Bureaucracy isn't too bad. Respiratory disease is becoming a problem though, but with the current state of our economy, I don't think there's really any way for us to deal with that particularly. Railway strike. I don't think we're going to be getting rid of that anytime soon either, unless we do this. Which we could. Capitalists would be unhappy. How bad is the railway strike anyways? It's not even really that bad. But yeah, theoretically, all we'd have to do to fix this is go to state rail, increase it to like that much, it'd be fixed. But we're not going to do that. We're gonna get through two elections, and then we're going to call it. Other than that, I'd say the nation's just about fixed. We're also going to be getting rid of art subsidies. Just because I feel like it. And so we're at 7. We'll drop this down to... We don't even really gain that much out of doing that. We'll just... Let's just decrease income tax again to like 31%. Is it at 40%? Yeah, we'll decrease it to like... We'll decrease it to 30%. That should make people happy. Yes, I know, I'm sorry. Oh, pollution. Must be ever so unhappy, but energy efficiency is a lot more important to me than making sure they're the happiest people in the world. We'll also be implementing our first space station, which will make people very happy with us. And we'll also be implementing a Keep the Nation Tidy campaign to deal with the pollution problems. Hit pollution, what? Ooh, okay. Let me guess, car usage shot up with the GDP, didn't it? Yep. We'll allow visits. People are very happy with that. Environmental protests, that's expected. 37 million. Is there anything else we can do to assist with any of this stuff? Organic farming subsidies would help. We'll also be implementing compulsory water meters to deal with the water shortage also. We must deal with this water shortage. Pollution will be dealt with in time. And the gridlock must be dealt with also. Gig economy. Set tougher standards. Farmers are unhappy, but that is fine. We'll increase car taxes. That sucks. We'll be getting rid of this policy because it hurts the people we want. It supports people that we don't support no more. Yes, the gridlock is a problem. You should think about... pollution's going down. Wonderful. Pollution should be gone. Water shortage should be going away soon. Gig economy might be fixed. And once pollution's done, The environmental protest should be going down also. Our environment is increasing. I think it'd be funny to have hyperloops in New Zealand. So we're gonna do it. See, water shortage is gone, pollution's gone. We shall expand. Ah, socialists, damn. Patriots are such a small part of the economy. We're going to be increasing that. Make people a little bit happier. Take a look at this before it is. It's effective. Good. And I think this is the final term. The gridlock is going down. The rail strike will be going away. Gig economy is going down. Environmental protests are still up there, but we can always fix those later. Toy disease is starting to go down too. Let's see. Let's go. This year. Most of them are people. Community pacifists had a 100% voter turnout. They had a 56, they had a 48. Yep, we are now a capitalist nation. And our term has begun. And we have a private space industry. Everyone's happy, Patriots happy, GPP is going up, and the cost of space travel is there also. That'll make environmentalists happy. Good. I have a budget deficit, which is fine to a degree. But I'd say the nation is on the path to fixation. Yep, the railway strike's ending soon. Toy disease is still in the downfall. The gig economy should hopefully be leaving soon. We are going to be... We're going to increase labor laws by a bit. That should get rid of gig economy. And the only problem would be the bureaucracy after that. Let's go to the next term and see what happens. Railway strikes are over. Darn. View policy. We'll do that just because he's a very high-paying person. Let's just take a double look. Yep, that's still going down. Environmental protests are going down. Gridlock is shooting down. Respiratory diseases also. Go to the next. Improve tenants. We'll keep the current rights. Capitalists are happy. Good. We have a new major person. Nice. Decreasing still. Environmental protests still going down. Gridlock is shooting back up. Is that because the economy is going up? Possibly. Respiratory disease is slowing down. For the first time in a while, the poor have actually decreased quite a lot. And the wealthy outnumber the farmers. Yeah, get those cars out of the city. The environment and the buses are more important. Okay, well, the expansion. Air travel goes up. Nice. Gig economy is gone. Nice. Ban flag burning. Good. The gridlock has gone down. We'll go one more turn. Private moon landing. Let's go! Britain has landed their own astronauts on the moon. This accomplishment marks the beginning of a new age for capitalism and the start of a true space-based economy. Nice. And gridlock is done. View policy, aerospace industry subsidies. We can agree to this. We're going to be increasing taxes on this because our debt is getting out of control a little bit. The middle income might not be too happy about that, but it's important that we do that. And we'll do one more turn. Criminalize child labor. Everyone's happy. A small deficit of only 25 million. All in all, that's good. Honestly, I think everything worked out very well. We've gotten rid of almost every bad negative modifier other than respiratory disease. Respiratory disease is going down. So I think we've just about solved all of New Zealand's problems, and we've even made them a space-age industry. Everything's looking good. We are the most popular party. We have the most funding. Everybody supports us. I think we accomplished what we set out to do. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me in this video. We shall see you next time. Deuces, gamers.